when the child starts going to school, the first day he comes home and says कि मुझे school नहीं जाना है, I don't want to go school. So have we ever as parents, have we ever said कि ठीक है मत जाओ, you stay at home and we'll home teach you. We always tell them the importance of going to school. You know, you are going to meet new friends over there. You'll find some nice teachers. You'll get so many activities to do. You know, I think it is we parents who should, from that very tender age, instill in them that what healthy food is all about. It does not mean healthy, does not mean at any pretext boring. So there is a bitter truth that fussy eaters are not born, they are made. Parents order food and then they want and they expect that the child should actually eat healthy with all salads and sprouts, and rather when we are having pizzas and naans, how can we expect that? So like what do you do when your little one refuses to eat? Television on kar diya? Yeah? Aloo serve kar diye? Nahin, necessity hai, but I think if you really sit down sometimes and think over it, we have made it that necessity. Wrap up and serve later. I think I have been following this. When my daughter gets back her tiffin, usually to nahi aata hai untouched and stuff like that, but sometimes just in case if I've given some sprouts, although my helper, she tells me aap usko subah ka khana kyun khila de rahe ho, ab wo fek do. Then I said nahi, this is a part of a protein which she had to eat and she hasn't eaten, and kids should be taught to respect food from the very beginning. So what I do with my daughter, okay, tiffin bach gaya, take out a dabba, keep it in that, keep it in the fridge. After lunch, whenever you are hungry, finish it off, then you are going to get something else. Of course, she as a kid also has all tantrums. I mean, नहीं आप ही देते हो और तो कोई नहीं देता है. Exactly. आप ही करते हो. I remember one ad also, I think it's some Juhi Chawla or something, कि बैगन pizza में आप ही डालते हो, something like that. So I think we have to be, creative enough, and like what ma'am was saying, we have to teach our kids how to cook, how to rather play with food. It's not that कि खाने से खेलना नहीं है. We should, tell them, play with food and eat it. Be realistic in the amount of food. And between the breakfast or the lunchtime or while they are back from school, we are giving them a lot of snacks. Till the time we are serving the food, number of times what happens? Bhook lagi, open, cookies are out. So that is the time when we should, if you know that your kid cannot wait for even a minute, make sure you lay the table before he comes. Okay, then other thing is, kids love food on sticks or food served in small portions. This is again what I was just telling, rather than serving a big bowl of watermelon, what I've done, I've just made into a few wedges and skewered it on a stick with tiny little mint leaves, and this is a tiny little watermelon pop. Have you ever tried making ice lollies with fruits? Never. Try it today. I think jamun are very much in season these days. What you can do, just put some little salt in jamun and keep it in the refrigerator overnight or maybe for 2-3 hours. Mash it thoroughly and remove the pulp and the seeds and put the pulp in the blender. Once it's blended well, add some yogurt and freeze it. Or even without yogurt, it does very, very well. And you can always treat them with such, ice lollies rather than buying all the ice creams from the ice cream people. Okay, make little ones understand the importance of healthy eating, that we need to tell them what healthy food is all about, rather than we cannot force them. Even at this age also, I think I cannot force my daughter, you have to eat this because this has calcium, you have to eat that because this has it. Obviously, I can educate her, I can tell her, and rather motivate her with some of these things. Quick tips, play with the recipes, serve its variation, make creative, enriching dips. I think hummus, lebna, all these are quite enriching dips. And keep serving sizes small. There is a very old Chinese proverb which says, tell me and I will forget, show me I will remember, and involve me and I will understand. So I think I may not be a very good speaker, but I have always involved my kid, and owing to which now she also started as a very picky eater, which I think you were just mentioning that you have 2 kids and your maid feeds them khichdi. So what I started doing was, rather than giving them frozen smileys and stuff like that, okay, time was always short in hand with me also. So I used to make some tiny little mini idlis and freeze them. And they used to serve as healthy snacks. When we are buying frozen foods, they have so many preservatives, so many different chemicals. So instead, your normal idlis also, whether it's suji idlis or whether it's rice idlis, you just make some tiny little servings, freeze them. And when the child asks for some healthy snacks, you can always warm them up or saute them with some vegetables and serve them as nice little snacks. Then baking, I think ma'am was just mentioning that she likes muffins or something, your daughter, muffins. So have you ever made apple muffins or using apple puree, muffins using apple puree? Okay, I think I should tell that.
Actually, over the weekend, it's easy to make 2-3 batches of these things and keep it so that throughout the week in the evening after school.
I'm sure you must be using a lot of butter or
no,
olive oil.
I just put eggs, milk, and flour and sugar powder. That's it. So I don't add fruits, which you said can be a good idea.
But try baking with fruits and with different types of grains also. There was a parfait recipe that I had done. You use rice flour,
rice flour for a cupcake or muffin?
Yes, try it out. Or use oats. I have been with Quaker oats since last 2.5 years. I've developed so many recipes for them using all these whole grains. Even this vrat wala, what do you call in Hindi? Kutu ka atta.
Okay.
Kutu ka atta. That is also a perfect flour to bake with. So, one day what we did, I decided and I said, okay, mash some dal, mash some rice and make some tiny little laddus, coat them with some sesame, roasted sesame and serve as chota bheem ke laddu. And from that time, I think it's been 6 months, every day the child is eating chota bheem ke laddu with some variations of filled vegetables inside that ball, with some variations of some other grains filled inside that. And every day the child says, I don't eat food, I just eat chota bheem ke laddu. So I think we have to be creative enough because see, every child is different. Your child might be liking potatoes, doesn't like potatoes, like pizzas or burgers. So I think we should understand our kid well and play with the food. Why do you like eating potatoes? You answer me. You know very well. I think you must be in standard some 6, 7, 8.
She's in 8th.
Okay, so you know very well what nutrients or what better things can vegetables offer. Never thought about?
No. I just like to eat potatoes and that's all.
No other vegetables?
I eat other vegetables also, but my favorite is potatoes only.
If it is just a favorite and she likes eating other, it's done.
It's like in a week, 7 days are there in a week. They want potatoes for 5 days.
I think if the child is having enough of proteins also and maybe some salads or some similar stuff like that, you need not worry.
How?
Sif potatoes hi kha raha hai aur sabjiyan nahi kha raha hai. If you are adding that to a bowl or two of vegetables in some other form, maybe some soups, just make a chart for 7 days or 10 days and ask them what he likes. If it's a burger, go ahead with a burger. If it's a noodle, go ahead with noodles with lots of vegetables and stuff like that. If it's a paratha, play with the paratha. Let them, the tiffin should be of their choice, but nutrients should be of your choice.